Well, let's keep talking about water. And the Department of Water and Sanitation, the DWS, is calling on South Africans to use the resource sparingly and to adhere to water restrictions in certain municipalities. And this is despite the increased volume of water stored in the country's reservoirs as compared to the same period last year. DWS spokesperson Wisane Mavasa joins us now. Good evening to you and welcome to the program. What's your message to residents about why and how to save water?
Good evening, Iman. Thank you for this opportunity. I'd like to say good evening to the viewers of SABC on the view. Thank you for this opportunity. Iman, you are correct that our reservoirs at the moment, they are declining a bit, but the recent rains have given us really a reprieve in terms of keeping us above average. However, we still continue to caution that residents or citizens continue to use water sparingly because we are a water-scarce country, and therefore these full dams right now can easily start declining. As you've seen, from Christmas up to now, we had a little bit of decline from the quantities that we had up to now. This is due to the high demand of water as well as, evaporation due to, the seasons that we are at. So we'd like to remind citizens that they need to be careful in terms of how they use the water, follow the restrictions that have been put in place by the respective municipalities, as well as ensure that at all times they check for the water leaks, because that's where most of the time water gets lost along the way and does not reach some of its intended recipients.
Well, since you touched on that point around the leakage, I want to go to this question next. We find that some municipalities' turnaround times are ridiculously long in addressing things like meter faults and the leaks you're talking about. How can residents hold their feet to the fire and help the national effort?
As a department, we are working together in collaboration with all water service authorities. These are municipalities as well as our other stakeholders, the water boards and all others, to ensure that when these incidents do happen and these matters are reported, the municipalities or water service authorities are not able to respond urgently. We are able to respond as a department as well, working in collaboration with them to assist it and to ensure that these water leaks are addressed as soon as possible. We have a call center that members of the public can call in at DWS, which is at 0800 200 So if they are not able to get any joy in their respective municipalities, they can always report, which we are able to escalate it and ensure that it gets attended to. But at the same time, we would like to call on citizens to ensure that those water leaks that happen within their homes are attended to as well, because as you can understand, that municipality and outside the yard, those ones that happen within homes need to be attended to by various households as it happens, because that's where also majority of water leaks happen.
Yeah, I just want to stay on that point for just a second. I mean, but you'll be surprised when citizens do that. You get told by the municipality that it could take a month before, the actual meter can be collected, taken for testing, and then, determined whether there is a fault with the meter or whether, in fact, there are leakages on the property. These turnaround times are not optimal, are they?
The department take note of such situations. That's why, as I've indicated initially, that we are, as a department, working with various municipalities right now. There are various interventions that are taking place in various parts of the country to ensure that the department, the management and operations of infrastructure within various municipalities are attended to, and that there's turnaround in terms of response so as to reduce the current challenges that we are having within the water and sanitation sector in all parts of our country. So the department is monitoring and is attending to such challenges that the municipalities are currently experiencing. Yes, we do take note that those municipalities, they are experiencing this sometimes maybe because of various challenges such as skills availability within those municipalities, resources, as well as other matters that may be leading to them not being responsive as soon as possible. Therefore, the department is responding in that regard. It's identifying all those challenges as we meet different municipalities and to find out as to what could be the reason so that we address the matter.
Wisane, places like Nelson Mandela Bay are of, one imagines, particular importance to you. Its water storage capacity is down. We know that the Algoa water supply system, which supplies NMB, has 15% water capacity, and that's lower than last week. What's the overall concern in the Eastern Cape?
Yes, the Nelson Mandela Bay, actually the Algoa water supply system continues to decline and is such a major concern for the department. And thus the department has also implemented some immediate interventions to assist in this regard to ensure that there is continuous supply of water and residents do receive potable water continuously. At the same time, we are looking at coming up with permanent or long-term solutions that will assist in terms of water supply, because we understand that there is a really ongoing drought in that particular part of our country. As we are a semi-arid country, we don't receive rainfall in all parts that we are receiving here, for example, in Gauteng or in other parts of the country, KZN, for example. But in that part, there is a serious challenge when it comes to our water system due to our dam levels that continuously decline. So the department has, together with some partners in the private sector as well as the water service authorities, have put in place boreholes which are currently providing water, and also we are augmenting water by throwing some into the system to ensure that the municipality continues to have water, the residents there continue to have water.
All right. Wisane Mavasa, thank you for talking to us tonight from the Water and Sanitation Department.